my name is Kate Belkowski. I am the elementary principal at Creative Technologies Academy, and we are a very small charter school up in the Cedar Springs area, right in town, in fact. I have most of my information here is about kindergarten enrollment, but I will definitely add that we also have a Great Start Readiness preschool classroom on our campus. We have it's 4-year-old, it's Monday through Thursday. And so we are in our third year of having a GSRP room on our campus. So as I kind of go, I'll link my information to preschool as well. My contact is on the bottom of the screen right there, as well as Autumn Matson, who's our superintendent school leader. Hi, welcome, Kayla. Are you a parent of a potential kiddo? Oh, will you unmute yourself so I can ask you a quick question? Hi.
Hello.
Do you have a kiddo entering preschool or kindergarten?
It'd be preschool.
Okay, 4s preschool?
No, not yet. But
okay, not yet.
In the future.
In the future. Okay. I was just saying we do have a 4-year-old Great Start Readiness preschool here on our campus through the ISD. And so I'm going to just kind of walk through mostly about just kindergarten experience as well as K-12 at CTA and our preschool. Sound good? Okay. All right, next slide. So I think it's really important right out the gate for me to let families know who we are, what we are, and what makes us different from our neighboring districts. We get kiddos from Kent City and Sparta and Rockford and Cedar Springs, of course, and we are not in competition with any of them. As a free public charter, there's no tuition. We are also not managed by a management company like some of the bigger charter systems in the area. So we're not profit. We're not here to make a buck. We're really just here to partner with our neighboring communities and offer a smaller version of what our bigger systems next door offer. So that's definitely the biggest thing that makes our CTA unique. And we use that to our advantage. You see in the photographs there that we have a high priority and value around small group instruction. And we can manage that because we have such low numbers. So when I say small, I mean that we only have 1 class per grade level. So I only have 1 kindergarten room. I have 1 first grade room. And that goes all the way through 12th grade. Our class sizes are also capped because it's really important to us that we keep those numbers where they are. So in kindergarten, we cap our class at 23, which is different from our neighboring communities who are closer to 25 to 28 kids per classroom. That grows a little bit as the kids get older, but 5th grade is capped still at 25 or 26. So we really try to keep things small. We are all, because of our size, on 1 campus. So we have 3 buildings on campus. You can walk from the elementary building to the high school building. The neat part about that is that our families get to know each other throughout all the years, and we're able to really bring our older students onto our elementary campus. We have to do a lot of peer reading and mentoring because our high schoolers can walk right across the parking lot. We're all here close together. That family atmosphere that we really value and are prideful about is palpable. It's not just something we say. My own daughter goes here now, and I appreciate the fact that when she walks through the doors, I know she's going to get greeted by 4 to 5 adults by name almost every day before she even gets to our classroom. It's impossible not to know everybody. I know all of my students, K-5, first and last name. Some of them I taught in 1st grade when I first started here. I know families by name. And the other neat kind of assuring feeling that we get as parents is, if your kiddo's in 1st grade, my 1st grade classroom is right across the hall from my 2nd grade classroom, which is right next door to 3rd grade. So even if you're a 1st grader, you know the 2nd grade teacher already before you even go into that class the next year. These teachers know who you are and the kids know who they are. So it's just a really neat atmosphere. And myself coming from large systems my entire life, I've never experienced it, and I really appreciate it. A couple other things that we do for our families. We know it's a choice to come here, and we show our appreciation by feeding everybody for free every day. So we offer free lunch to families. You don't have to qualify or apply for that. That's just something that we do. Um, and then we have a whole character education philosophy that we teach as well. So we teach character traits, a different one each month. And we really believe in developing all of our kiddos, even our preschoolers and our kindergartners, to be leaders and world changers. And we tie all of that into our general academic curriculum as well. So you hear a lot of world changers. That's our motto here at CTA. Um, I know you're probably thinking around preschool, and we'll have more opportunity to get to know our preschool family at some of the other events being held later this spring. Kindergarten, this is Mrs. Siglowski, our kindergarten teacher. She's been teaching kindergarten for over 25 years. It is her passion. She's very experienced, and she shares that same priority as we do, that we want to hold our kiddos to high academic standards because that's important to us, but we also want to grow them socially and emotionally because we know that developmentally that's really what they need. So we have a really high balance of both that academic rigor with high supports, as well as purposeful play and exploratory play. It's not just to pass the grades here. We want to grow the whole human. This is sort of hard to even think about as the mom of a 3 or 4 or 5-year-old, but one day they're going to be grown. And I do just like to paint a quick picture for families of what your whole experience at CTA can look like down the road, because people wonder, what do we offer here as such a small school? And so you can see there on the screen that as your kiddo grows with us as a charger, we still offer a number of athletic opportunities in the middle school and high school with our soccer teams and our basketball teams. And then we also offer things like drama club and art club. We do 2 productions every year. We do a spring play and a winter musical. Once they hit 3rd grade, they have the opportunity to be part of our spelling club and participate in the spelling bee, which they can go on through the regional and national parts of that as well. Girls Charging Ahead is our version of Girls on the Run. So we kind of made our own version of that running club for our younger chargers. And then that photo, you can see that's an example of some of our, pre-COVID days. There's no masks there, but for our kindergartners and our 1st graders and be reading buddies and things like that, we really take advantage of our small campus to do things like that. Some of the nuts and bolts questions that moms and dads need to know is the operations, right? So we are a charter school. We don't offer busing. So we do ask that parents can provide transportation preschool through 12th grade. Our hours are a little different than our neighboring districts. So we start a little bit earlier and end a little bit earlier. We do that intentionally to accommodate, because we do have families who have some kids here and some kids at Cedar Public. So we start at 8 a.m. Doors open around 7:50, and then we dismiss at 3 p.m. and we have staff monitoring kids until 3:30. We don't have a current before and after care program right now. We do offer a lot of the same things other districts do, though. We've got 2 recesses a day, 30-minute lunch. We have music, PE, technology. And then I just like to name that some people have misconceptions. Are you a real school? What you doing over there? We follow all the same MDE guidelines. We still follow all of our attendance requirements, all the things that the state holds us accountable for, we have to do because we're a charter. We're authorized by Ferris State University, and that's actually another level of accountability that we are held to as far as our academic standards are concerned. And then we also are following everything with the Michigan Department of Health as far as the COVID piece. So all of our regulations are going to be similar to those next door. We do the masks, we have the distancing, we've got a lot of protocols in place, and we have an entire return to learn preparedness plan available for families who are curious what that really looks like on our campus. Enrollment process here. Any incoming kiddo that wants to come to CTA, we start with an enrollment tour. So you would book an appointment actually with my administrative assistant, Kelly Atkins, and you would get to come in and have a one-on-one. It would be a lot of this information, but as well as you get a chance to really ask questions and see, give us a picture of where you're coming from and your kiddo. And then you fill out the enrollment packet. Now, if you're going for a preschool, our enrollment page is going to take you right to the ISD because we're a Great Start Readiness room. You would enroll through Kent ISD and then just request to be placed at CTA as far as that is concerned. I'll pause there. Do you have any questions or things you'd like me to expand on?
I have a daughter that's in kindergarten right now, so she'll be going
Okay.
into first grade.
Yep.
I think the smaller environment would work better for her,
Mm-hmm.
because she's at Cedar, and
Yep.
she is not autistic and she doesn't have ADHD. I've gone through all that. But she's very emotional, and the big crowds
Mm-hmm.
do her.
Yep.
Um, so I just go through like the schedule, the enrollment tour and stuff.
Yep.
But how soon do you recommend it to do this for the
For next year.
fall?
Yep.
Yeah.
You could do it as soon as today. You could call. We're in our open enrollment period right now. And so
Okay.
essentially what we'll do is we enroll students every year. So even our
Yeah.
current families will fill a form out each year to say, yes, I'm coming back.
Okay.
So we'll go through our current families and we're kind of doing that process right now, but I'm still telling interested families to go ahead and book your appointments because I can hold those with you and we can go through that process. And then once it's time to let incoming families get on the list, you'll already be ready to go and you'll fill that paperwork out. And you'll have it set essentially. So we would have had our meeting, you would have filled out your packet, turned
Right.
it into Kelly. And then once we get through our current families, we would go through that next list of placement. And then you
Okay.
would be alerted of your placement usually by spring, if not early summer, if you do this
Okay.
process now rather than waiting.
Right.
Mhm.
Okay.
Yep.
Awesome.
And yeah, that small piece, that one of the things I didn't mention is something that we do called Whatever I Need, which is our WIN program. Because we're so small and we still have teacher aides and an academic specialist and an interventionist, we're able to every day, well, 4 to 5 days a week, we break our kids up into small groups for half an hour, whether you have intervention needs, or if you actually are in enrichment, you want some extension, we're able to break everybody up. So they do this, and we actually are doing this K-8 now, and we have a
Okay.
different version of it in the high school. So it's been kind of a growing process, but essentially every kiddo gets small group instruction on our campus almost every day.
Right.
And that is something that we're able to accommodate because we're so small, but we still have a
Right.
strong base of highly qualified teachers that we can break everybody up apart. So when I think about what you're saying with your daughter, yeah, she wouldn't fall through the cracks. We would be able to meet her
Right.
needs behaviorally and academically, and that could really suit her.